If you have a small business, social media can be your ticket to cheap, effective marketing, but only if it's done right. Here are some tips for how to make social media work for your small business rather than drain it. Let me start with this. I don't love social media. Maybe you can relate to that. In the beginning, I remember thinking, what is this world of social media that you have to be super visible on all the time to make a difference? In the beginning, it definitely wasn't my favorite choice of marketing, but I realized okay, but we can have a presence there and it's free to have a presence. So why not? And over the years, I've really honed my social media. And here's what I'll say about it. I'm not an expert in social media. I'm a small business owner who uses social media as one way to market. And it's one way to stay in front of not only our current clients to stay connected because they come back and they stay in our world, it's also a way to connect with new clients, especially if someone shares a post, right, or recommends my podcast and they see it on social media. The thing is that you have to remember is that social media is not the end-all be-all for marketing. Marketing is everything that goes together. And I'll give you an example of this and how this recently showed up in my own business. A new prospect reached out to me and had sent an email and said, hey, I just wanted you to know that I found you through a summit that you were on. So I was on someone else's summit. And then I went to your homepage and I enrolled in one of your free courses. And then I listened to one of your podcasts. And then I looked at your social media just to learn a little bit more about you. And I thought to myself, what an interesting example of how marketing really works, right? Because so often we can get stuck on this idea that social media is marketing. No, it's part of the bigger picture, right? It's one way for someone to check you out. They might go to your Facebook page, they might go to your Instagram page, they might go to Twitter, they might go to LinkedIn and see what you're up to or learn more about you, but it's not where they're going to make major decisions. They're going to go somewhere else. So the question to ask yourself is, where is your social media taking people? Like if I end up on your social media page, what's the next step I should take? Because social media is, to me, it's the gateway to the next step with you. It's also an opportunity for people, as they say, the old sales adage, to like, know, and trust you. It's an opportunity for me to go on your page and say, who does Ursula hang out with? Who's commenting on her posts? And in my world, I have a public Facebook page, which is my personal page, and then I have a Facebook business page. And my clients and my prospective clients typically hang out more on my Facebook page, it seems like, learning more about my personal life. Because they want to know, is she a mom like me? Does she have kids? Yes. What kind of sports are they in? Did she go trick-or-treating, right? These are things that people want to know because they can feel more connected to me. And that's what people are going to do when they come to your social media pages as well. Do I like you? Do I feel like we could hang out? Maybe. Do I feel like I know you? I'm getting to know you. And do I feel like I could trust you? But again, I have a lot of people that end up on one of my social media pages and they click on one of my podcast episodes because they want to learn more. And that takes them to the next step. Or they see an opportunity or a post that says, hey, join me at the Quantum Revenue Expansion Masterclass. It's one of the free courses we offer. So I'm offering them an invitation to come out and hang out. Or they might read a post where I've shared one of my favorite quotes. So again, they're learning, am I aligned? Can I trust her? Once you've built this real social media personality of who you are, again, you want to give people a clear next step and really point them to, what might be useful for them. For some people hanging out in our world, it's really useful to listen to a podcast because they want to hear from one of our current clients when I interview them. For someone else, they want to learn about my content. So they might say, hey, I think I'm going to join this free masterclass and learn more about what Ursula teaches and if it's a fit for me. Our masterclass then leads to an opportunity for someone to book a call with me or someone on our team to chat even more. So this is what I want you to notice because I think there's so much confusion about social media and about how it can really help your business. So keep asking yourself, when someone comes to my social media world, what am I inviting them to do next? Where could they go hang out to learn more? In between all of that, of course, yes, you're giving them next steps. You want to offer a lot of content for them to see the value of what you have to offer. We hear this a lot, but I think it's easy to forget. One of the things that we do in my company is we have a marketing calendar. So we're really clear on all the places and all the ways that we can share value with our clients so they can get to know us. Our clients typically tell us they spend a lot of time on our podcasts. Current clients do. But also, I've had a lot of clients tell us that in the past that they hung out on my social media page, ended up on a podcast, and then took a next step. So again, by sharing our podcasts, I'm sharing powerful content that can help people get to know us and understand if they like me and if they want to hang out more. The other tip about social media, and this is really interesting because we live in such a visible world now, is don't try to be somebody else on social media. Just be yourself. And I can tell you, as someone who considers herself to be pretty private, like I consider myself to be a very private person, social media definitely made me feel extremely vulnerable, especially in the beginning. And I would often think about a post over and over again. What am I going to say? Why is that important? Why do I think people will care? And over time, what I've learned is the less I think about that, and the more I just put a post up that is genuine and that is connected to me, the more people like it. And I'm sure you've experienced this as well. But I know it can feel very vulnerable to put yourself out there in such a visible way. So here's my pro tip for today. I invite you to keep challenging yourself. While it doesn't always feel natural to be on social media, when you continue to challenge yourself to be more visible, you'll start to see that more people will be engaging with you. So for example, maybe you've thought about doing a Facebook Live or doing a masterclass. When you get those ideas as ways that you could be more visible on social media, I encourage you to take that next step. But maybe you're saying, I don't know that I want to do a Facebook Live. What could I do? One of my clients shared with me that social media for her was the bane of her existence. It tortured her night and day. She couldn't think about what to post. And then someone had told her that she needed to be posting videos every single day to grow her business. And that was like putting her in a traumatic nightmare, right? She's like, I'm just not going to do that. And I said, well, what do you feel inspired to do on social media? Like, what would make you feel good about your business? What would make you feel good about yourself? What would feel in alignment with you? And I really challenged her to think about social media in a different way. And she had the answer. She said, well, I don't want to do video. She said, I know I don't want to do video. But she said, I would like to share more quotes, not only other people's quotes, but my own quotes. I would like to share more posts about the services that I offer, but in a way that adds a lot of value. Like, these are things I could see myself doing, but she said, I feel like I need help even doing that. And here's the other place where people get stuck with social media is trying to do it all themselves. And while social media can be free, it's not typically, right? Because you probably have someone that's managing your social media or doing posts for you, and that's okay. In fact, I find that when I work with social media professionals who live and breathe social media, they have phenomenal ideas for me in terms of what to post on social media or to help me build a video or to give me additional ideas. And so if you're struggling with social media, find someone that can really help you get out there in a way that will showcase your business in the best light. So again, just to recap, really talking about social media can help you in your business. I'm not an expert in social media, but we do it because marketing is everything. It's not just social media. And when you remember that social media is just inviting people to like, know, and trust you. And then it's an opportunity for them to take a next step with you, right? And always remember that social media is also a great example to give lots of value, give, so that other people can connect with you. And underneath all of that, just be yourself, just be you. You'll find that other people will want to connect with you as well. Thanks for hanging out today. And if you enjoyed this, stick with me because next up, we're going to talk about how social media marketing helps a business grow. And remember, 2xing your business is for you too.